Podcast, and we just want to first of all again say thank you to our sponsors. We could not do it without you guys, so thank you, because you are making this happen. I appreciate you, Naomi appreciates you, and thank you. Today we are here with Miss Tracy, and Tracy and I and Naomi, we've already done one podcast, so we have to break the ice right now and do a icebreaker. You're going to see pieces in this podcast of our last podcast, but learning pains, things happen, and I was like, I'm just not happy with it. Like, you looked great, I looked great, but it just didn't work like I wanted it to.
Yeah.
So we're still going to do something fun with it, but we are meeting again, and so we're going to act like this is our first podcast we've ever done, okay? So I'm going to introduce you. This is Miss Tracy, and Tracy, I would like you to let us know, first of all, what do you do?
Okay.
What's your passion? Where are you from? Where did you go to? All the things,
Okay.
And yeah, just how you started this whole adventure,
So I'm Tracy Corwin, and I'm the CEO and owner of Restore Beauty Wigs. And we're a studio that helps women with hair loss. So any woman undergoing chemo, or if they've lost hair because of maybe it's hormones, maybe it's genetics.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just really stressed out, and sometimes our hair likes to shed. So, I have a studio, and I sell wigs.
Very
and
cute
toppers.
studio.
I just moved into a little bit bigger studio. I
So
had a
cute.
small studio, really
Yeah,
small.
yeah, but this one's cute. We have actually, I think I took pictures. We'll show you what
Yeah.
our old studio looked like, because that's where we did the original
Yeah.
podcast. But I was walking out, you said, go check it out. You got to go look at it. So I do have pictures. It is right when you walk in.
Yeah.
It's like number one right when you walk in. But it has a window.
Yes,
And it's nice.
I have
It's
natural
not
light.
dungeony, and yeah,
Yeah.
which I really liked that. So, but yeah, so is it by appointment only?
Yes.
What are your days that you're available?
I try to work Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays, but I do take appointments. So it's not like you can just walk in, because I want to make sure that if I have an appointment with somebody,
Right.
that they're not getting interrupted. I want to give them my whole attention. So it's real easy to make an appointment with me. You can go to my website and just click book appointment.
Right.
And it'll show you what's available and what days and all that. So very
Okay,
easy
so
to do.
your backstory. I want these guys to hear it. I want them to know what you did before,
Okay.
and then you had a little health scare.
Yeah.
And when I met you, you had we met at a pitch event. We were trying to talk about what we do, and then she came over. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta have your product.
I gotta meet you."
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
What do you do? And
Yeah.
so it just very, very flattering. But that's what's fun about doing these kind of things is you meet people that you normally
Yes.
would not. It gets you out of your comfort zone, because I would have never came over to talk to you, because
Right.
I'm not a pushy person, and I'm so glad that you came to say something to me, because
Yeah.
now she sells my product.
Yes,
Hello.
I do.
So yeah, tell me all your goods.
I have been in the wig and hair loss industry for 22 years. I started out as a hairstylist and then moved into wigs and toppers. I got my cosmetology license in 1992, so I'm showing my age there, but
Not really.
So I've been working with hair for, since 1992, but wigs I got into around 2001. I just kind of fell into it. I've always struggled with my hair.
That had to be a hard time though, 2001, where
It was.
people still were like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Wigs, like
Yeah,
not-
my focus was cancer patients, and I went to work for somebody who opened up a retail location. And I worked with that business for 22 years. Grew it into a multi-million-dollar company, and with 4 locations, and I was traveling around. I was spending all kinds of time training people, teaching them everything I knew, taking care of customers along the way. And I've helped,
helping the big
hundreds.
dog make all the money.
Yeah, helping the big dog. Which, that's great.
It's
I
taught you a lot.
enjoyed
It
every
taught you a
minute
lot.
of it. But in 2021, no, it was 2022, September of 2022, I was really stressed out and I had a health scare. I actually had a heart attack because of stress.
Wow.
It wasn't, I don't have blockages. I'm pretty healthy. I was in really good shape. Not so
Where were
much
you
anymore,
at
but
when this happened?
I was at home, thank God. So I actually knew something was going on, and I had chest pains and pressure, and then once I felt it going down my left arm, women, if you ever experience that, it doesn't matter how old you are, this can happen to women in their 30s, women in their 20s, women in their 50s.
Wow.
I was 51 when it happened, but like I said, I was healthy. I don't have any issues. A little bit of high blood pressure, which stress makes that worse.
Right.
So got to the hospital, had the heart attack at the hospital, thank God.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what I would
so
have done.
you hadn't even had the heart attack yet. You
No, I knew
were
it
having
was
the symptoms,
I could
something
tell
isn't right,
something
I'm not
was wrong.
doing.
Yeah.
And then they're probably like, wow, you're a smart cookie.
Yeah. So it wasn't as bad as it could have been. So after that happened though, and the doctor said, you don't have any damage to your heart, that's good, but this can happen again. So we need to get your blood pressure under control and get your stress level down. So
How do you get your stress level down?
I decided to take a couple months off from my stressful job.
Yeah.
And in that time, I did some reflection on what I was doing with my life and how I was, I love helping women with hair loss.
Your direction.
But my direction was going different. His idea, the owner's idea of where he wanted to go with the business was different than what I wanted to personally do. And so I decided, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to go out on my own.
No stress there.
Scary. So in January of 23 is when I quit my job. I didn't actually open up my business until September of 23. It's 24 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just opened in September of 23.
So just a couple of months.
Yeah.
Does it feel like it's been forever already?
Yes. No, it's
She's all ready to retire. We done did this, we're done.
It is scary though. because
Podcast is over.
50, you're in your 50s and you're like, oh, I'm just like starting over. Thank God I have a very supportive husband.
Yeah.
That is like, you know what, do what you think needs.
Well, you only live once, and now you had your health scare, so
That's
you're
right.
like,
Yeah.
I think I want to be happy and do what I enjoy, and it's a different kind of stress, and that's what we talked about before. It's not. It's a stress of passion. Like I'm super stressed. I'm stressed about this podcast. I get stressed about my business. Stressed about my sister. Like we have our levels of stress.
Yeah.
But in some form, very small form, we can control that. Mm-hmm. Where when you have to answer to someone else, it's out of your control.
It is out of your control.
And then you feel like you're obligated and you're letting somebody else down. Mm-hmm. And in the reality, at the end of the day, being self-employed and doing what we do, we let our own self down.
That's right.
We let our we're screwed. You let your family members down because they're gonna love you anyways.
Right.
But it's letting ourself down. And when you let it's self destruction. And so that's a different level of stress. And
I haven't felt the stress that I had in my other career that I do now because of that issue. I mean, I can literally just say, okay, sit myself down and have a talk with myself.
Right. Or I'm going to do this, or I'm not going to do this.
Or get some support from a friend, or my husband, or family, or whatever, and you need that support, that emotional support, that if I have a stressful thing going on in my business, I just take it to someone else,
right,
and they help me get through it.
Right.
So it's kind of it's just different.
It is different. It is different.
But I love what I do.
Now, okay, She loves what she does. That's all that
I
matters.
love helping women. It's
So
like my passion.
I had you bring some of your.
Yes.
This feels so real. This is crazy.
It is real.
It is real. It's not gonna walk off the
Nope,
table.
it's not.
But I wanted you to bring some of your fun toys to show us what you do and how it works and all the fun things.
Yeah.
You actually have a piece in now,
I
which
do,
is.
yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, your hair looks amazing. She's like, I have a piece in. I'm like, it looks
Usually
so.
I wear a wig, but
It looks
today-
so good.
Yeah, so I have plenty of hair. Everybody says, well, you have plenty of hair. But it's never been the amount of hair that I've always wanted.
Right.
So
We always
why
want
not
what we
have
have.
what you want?
Right.
It's, to me, wigs and hair pieces are like a fashion accessory. For some women, it's a necessity. And
Right.
I understand that.
Right.
But there's this like wig stigma out there. Like you can't wear wigs and be comfortable, or someone's gonna make fun of you, or someone's gonna notice.
You
or-
can't tell.
it's like you can't tell if it's a good one, and it's been customized for you. It's been, it's the right color. So I do all of that. I customize them, I cut them, I style them.
So, someone has alopecia and they have different areas and spots.
Yeah.
You would make basically a topper for them. Or
Yeah,
wherever.
so I can take, I can measure their where they need it. I do like a measurement, and
Right.
then I have a company, and these are actually made in the USA.
Yeah.
Which most wigs and hair pieces are not. I have one factory that produces these for me in Brooklyn, and they do a fabulous job.
We'll get some
Feel this
pictures.
hair. This
Yeah,
is
we'll
like-
get some pictures of this and we'll add it to our, so you can see it up close what
Yeah.
it looks like.
So this
yeah,
was
this
a
is-
custom like 4x5 base. So this is, she just needs more hair on the top. She needs it from the front to, the crown. And so that just gets clipped in.
It's so light too.
Yeah, and it's 100% virgin European hair. So European hair is different. Most wigs and hair pieces are made out of Chinese hair.
My mic
So
needs a
it's-
wig.
Yeah, there you go.
How sexy is she?
That's great.
So cute.
But customizing them for the person is what I really like to do.
Right,
Because
'cause I
not
mean,
everybody's
you're-
the same.
And it's what makes you so unique and your specialty, because you go to a store and you buy something and then they throw it on, and that's where their self-esteem is like, oh my gosh, this is not
Yeah,
what
like
I
I
wanted.
look like everyone else that's wearing a
Right,
wig.
yeah.
So, totally customizable, different price ranges, anywhere from $300 up to the thousands. It just depends on
How much
what
hair.
you need.
Yeah,
And how
yeah,
much hair.
right.
What, how natural you want it to look. I mean, they look super natural.
This
so
one's really fun.
I'll kind of pop mine off. so
Ooh,
you can
look at her. She's
see.
gonna get naked for us.
Take my hair off. So it's just
I love
a
how
little-
easy it is to pop out,
I mean,
too.
it's a little piece. It just goes on the top.
It's crazy, but your hair still looks amazing. But like you said,
Yeah,
it just
like,
gives you that volume
gives
that
me that
you
volume that I
free
want.
free volume. I mean, it's not free, but it looks free.
Hopefully I get it on straight. Then you just kind of blend
Yep,
it
it's,
in.
you need to go over this way a little bit.
Oh, is it
Yep,
my part's off?
Yep, your part's off.
Yeah. This way?
Yep, and then perfect. It's crazy how.
Don't even need a mirror.
So she matched it with her part, and
Yeah.
you can't even tell.
Hopefully it's not all crooked.
Nope, it looks good.
So yeah, you can even pull your hair up.
It
if you
just
want.
gives it that.
Just gives you that extra hair. So
What's this piece?
that's another topper. That's just a bigger base than what I have. So this is like a 6x7 base. So basically this would be for someone who wants maybe just a little more length.
Okay.
Maybe they have really fine hair and it's longer, but
Gotcha.
it's just not enough hair, and maybe they can't do extensions.
Right.
Everybody thinks, oh, extensions, I can do extensions.
Oh my
but
gosh, I didn't think
you
about that.
can't.
Everybody's doing extensions, and this is like, because extensions can get
Are
well, they can get gross.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
can.
and they can
they're-
look really fake.
And they're for down here to create
Yeah.
length. They don't
I didn't
give
even
you
think about
anything
that
here.
for people that are, and then you could just take this out and wash your hair and be normal.
Right,
What's
right.
what's the care of these things? How do you?
Wash it about the human hair, these are all human hair. Human hair ones, you wash it about every 10 or 15 times you wear it, or once a week. Some women like to wash it once a week. And then just style it, and it's good for a week.
Now-
Because you don't sleep in them, you take them out.
Right. So
Put
it's
it
not
on the
getting that
little head.
extra. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
So, do you style them? If they come
Yeah,
to you,
yep.
because some people, they go to the hairdresser because they don't know how to style their own hair.
Yeah, so I offer a drop-off service, so you can drop your hair off with me. It's kind of like dry cleaning, drop it off, and then pick it up the next day or in an hour or so.
Where's your place located?
180th and Q Street.
Okay.
I'm in Sola Salons.
Okay, so 180th and Q, is it on the south side?
It's right behind Hy-Vee.
Okay,
There's a building
just so you
back
guys
there.
kind of have an idea of where it's located, and I'll make sure to put the address on it too. It is a little tricky to find.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It was funny because we were there doing your podcast the last time, and I had a delivery that day for another gal that has a wholesale my product, and I was trying to, and I'm like, oh, we'll just go later. So I left. I'm telling you, 2 hours later, I was right back to your place. And I told Nayeli, I called Nayeli, I'm like, you are not going to believe where this delivery was. Right where we were all day. So, my stupid
it's kind of hidden behind Hy-Vee.
Yeah.
But it's Sola Studio, so I rent a studio inside of Sola Salons. So Sola Salons is like, they have, I don't know, it's like 30 studios
Right,
in
but it's
there.
beautiful.
You just rent them.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful concept.
Yeah, very, very. And you got a bigger spot now. So.
Yes.
And the sink is not in the way.
No, it's not.
She's like, this sink is in the middle of everything. There was a sink in her old spot, and it was annoying for her.
Yeah,
Okay, so now we have full wigs.
Yes.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so full wigs come, different lengths, different types of hair. This one is the European hair again.
I know, it feels
really fine.
amazing. No, it feels gorgeous.
It has the lace front, so this piece gets cut off, and then that's just a seamless blend. Here, I'll kind of take it off and show you that. Oops. So it kind of blends into your skin. If you can see that, it changes the color.
Wow, yeah. Okay, I get it. So if you're
So
more
very natural
fair,
looking.
yes, it is really natural looking.
You
That
can
is
wear 'em
pretty
without
snazzy.
bangs. Yeah, you can wear this without bangs. So
So
piece-
this would look like you just got your roots done,
Yep.
like legit.
A lot of times I'll take this color and I'll customize this color for somebody.
It's pretty close to my color.
Yes, it is. Oh, yeah, it's a little lighter. Actually.
Little light. Wow,
Yeah.
there's a shade lighter than Jeremy. There's a problem.
You need to go lighter.
Yeah, we may have a problem. So I had shared with you the last time, I have alopecia, and a lot of people don't know that. So this is my real hair. I was like, let me curl it today, but I'm actually gonna get it checked out, but I'm not sure like how severe it is and all the things I need to worry about, but it is getting worse. And I dye my hair, which is not a plus.
Doesn't help.
No. So you may have a customer because mine is like right in the crown, and so people always they always say, why don't you wear your hair down? This is why I don't wear my hair down, because I have this huge like crazy spot right here in the back of my head, and that's why the hair is styled the way it is right now, because it hides it. So yeah, and then I have a spot right here, but it's also an eczema spot. So I fight that as well. So that's why I'm having it looked at. So I'm like, well, is it actually eczema or alopecia that my face and, like, is my body just like, what are you doing to me? So, yeah, I mean, you never know your patient and your customer of who you're going to be helping.
Yeah, so statistics say that 40% of women over 45 have some sort of hair loss.
48. Thank you.
Yeah. So, whether it's just your hair thinning, I know when I wash my hair.
Oh yeah.
There's so much hair in this.
Gobs of hair.
In the
Gobs
shower.
of hair.
I'm
I
like,
don't know how the water still goes down. I'm like, what? Am I going bald? And I'll ask Jeremy when I get my hair done. I'm like, Jeremy, is this okay? He's like, you're fine. I'm like, okay, but it's like, it's scary.
The average, hairs that you lose per day is between 50 and 100 hairs a day. Is how we shed.
Yeah.
But our hair goes through cycles, like it sheds and then it it's always in that different cycle where it's growing.
Right.
But you always are going to see some shedding.
Right.
So, and then sometimes different times a year you can shed more. So, but I have customers that have total alopecia, totalis, like no hair anywhere. And then I have customers that just have the spotty alopecia.
So cancer patients going through this whole crazy thing. I don't even know this is. I don't even know how to answer this question that I'm about to ask you. So I'm not asking to answer my own question, but I'm just like, how do I question what I'm going to say? So when you're going through chemo and radiation, a lot of times insurance does not cover a lot of things.
Right.
And I know you can go to Methodist Hospital, which is one of our amazing customers and Nebraska Medicine, they have cancer facilities that you can go and they help you with wigs and stuff. But sometimes you want that a little bit more, like this is your life now.
Yeah,
you know,
it really depends on what what you're doing when you're wearing the wig, whether you want human hair or synthetic. A synthetic wig is not going to withstand if you're a pastry chef.
Right.
Opening the oven, you're going to melt your synthetic wig.
Right.
So, and then, a lot of women, they want to look exactly like they looked
right.
before they went
And I don't
through that.
blame them.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, it's a self-esteem thing. That's going to be very hard to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a part of you. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just scary.
So it's, I can help with that. I can show them what a human hair wig is going to look like. I do have some synthetics in my studio, but my focus is human because that's what I wear, and I just feel like human hair just looks more natural.
Right.
But you can get a really nice synthetic wig.
Yeah.
And they can be customized to a certain point too. So
say someone is going through chemo and radiation, do you help them? I mean, and I know you probably did in the past at your last business, but say they're like, okay, I can't shave my own head. Like, will you help me get through this together?
Yeah, usually I will refer them to their stylist to shave because or a family member.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's such a personal thing.
But there's some people that are still like.
Yeah. And I always say
hard.
you don't have to shave your head.
Right.
Some women are like, oh, the doctor or the nurse is telling me I should shave my head, but I don't want to. I don't want to lose that control.
Right.
And so I don't force that, but if you want that done, we can get that done.
Right.
It's not, we'll take care of it.
Okay.
So
price points, they vary from patient and just different customers. Do you see yourself in the future working with any kind of like insurance, or is this considered cosmetic and it's not something that they?
I've looked into the insurance, filing insurance, and a lot of insurance companies don't pay for wigs.
Okay.
But some do.
Because it's cosmetic?
Yes, it's cosmetic, and it's, I have had several customers that have alopecia, like lifetime hair loss that
This is so cute.
can get them covered by insurance,
Right.
but they really have to work with it. So I'm not, I'm not a medical office.
Right.
And so I will assist you with that. I've got the CPT codes and I can help you, file it yourself, but I don't file insurance.
But you can.
But I can help them with the language and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
So is this just another topper?
Yep. Just
This is
different
fun.
sizes, different lengths,
I like how it's
different colors.
so real. It's crazy how it's even got the natural static.
Yep. Yeah, definitely in this room. Love the lights.
I love it.
It's got static.
So, okay. So you are brand new and you are located off of Q Street,
Yep.
Omaha.
Take appointments.
What would you, this one's gorgeous too.
I know, isn't that beautiful? With
Very
the-
beautiful.
It has some gray in it, which is really nice.
Very beautiful. It's a natural pretty.
Yeah.
What would you say your goal is for this new year? What is your tackle that you would like to, people that are listening to this podcast and want to learn about your business and want to spread the awareness? What would you say your goal is for this year to get awareness out there for what you do?
I think a lot of women are struggling with hair loss. And they're scared and they're, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to stay home. I'm not going to, they don't do things. They don't go out. They don't, they kind of hide. And I would encourage them to just go out and make an appointment, come in and just
Does it cost anything to have a consultation?
It costs absolutely nothing.
Okay.
I will
Peace of
spend
mind.
2 hours with you if I need to make you feel like it's going to be okay.
Love that. Yeah.
Because it's a process, and most women don't purchase that first time they come in.
Right.
They just want
Well,
the
it's
information.
expensive. It's an investment.
Yes, it is an investment.
But it's an investment when you dye your hair, every
Yes.
5 weeks. So it's the same investment. This is just a one-time and done. So
Right.
in reality, when people look at that price tag, this is a one and done.
Yes.
It's a one and done. This is every 5 weeks.
Right, your hair grows,
Yeah.
your wig doesn't grow.
Yeah.
Or your
So
hair
that's where people have to when you look at that, don't get sticker shock. Realize what you're getting, the value for your money.
Yeah, and come in. If you have a budget, we'll work with that budget.
Payment plans?
I do offer,
Cool.
pay through my website, Shopify.
Cool.
So
Very cool.
Shop
Very
Pay.
cool. Very cool.
So that's a really good option too.
Nice.
Because it's like you said, it's an
right.
investment.
And Christmas is, just happened, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, we're broke. I'm broke and I'm losing my hair over the stress and all the things, all the things. You guys, this is a really cool concept, and I just love the fact that she's bringing it to people. Did you do men? Do you do any like
focus
toppers?
on women?
Okay. I have to ask that question because somebody may watch this and wonder.
In men's hair pieces, but it's not my specialty.
Okay. Done.
I really enjoy.
Women are more
helping
important.
women.
It's fine.
Yes,
It's
women.
fine.
It's easier for men to walk around bald.
Yeah. There are some sexy women that are bald.
Oh yeah.
But still, you want your like.
And if you want to rock a bald head, go for it.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Own it.
I shaved my head about 8 years ago.
Did you?
Just to kind of experience it because
How was it?
It was
Scary to death.
No, actually, I really enjoyed not having hair.
Really?
Because I always
Get up
wore a
and
wig.
go. Yeah.
I didn't. It was in the winter time too. I don't know why I did that in the winter, but
It had to be cold.
I just shaved it, and then I just wore a hat or I wore a wig, and I just wanted to see people's reactions. Like if I showed up without hair,
You wanted to know what it was for your patients,
what did
how
they
they felt, and what they look. When somebody looks at you, it's like, okay, well, screw you. Yeah, because it is. It's all. I don't know. People just really look at our images, and it's
and they immediately go to she must be sick.
Right. Nope, I just shaved my head because I wanted to do it.
And that's what I told people. Like I went to Starbucks one day without anything on, and someone like let me cut them in line. I'm like, that's okay. They're like, oh no, go ahead. I'm so sorry you're going through what you're going through. And I said, I'm not going through anything. They're like, well, why don't you have hair? I said, I just shaved it off. And they were like,
G.I.
What?
Jane.
Really? You did that on purpose? And I'm like, yes. And I just
Okay, do you have any
explained what I
pictures of
did.
that?
I do.
You gotta give me one.
Yeah.
So we'll show you guys how sexy she
I
looks.
have one
with her
where my
shiny.
head's bald and I have like bling all over it.
Okay,
Put all these little stickers on my head.
you have to send that to me today because
Okay.
this is posting.
Oh yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, she's like, you really gonna get this podcast done? Yes, I'm gonna get it done on a hump day.
Yeah.
Yes. So, well, first of all, thank you for being so accommodating and working with our crazy schedule
Yeah,
and getting
that's
this in last minute, and all the hiccups that we had with the last podcast. There's nothing mic'd. There's nothing shaking. We've got everything good this time. So, but I am super excited for you. We have an event this weekend that we're going to be at. So that's
I'm
going to
really
be
excited about this.
super exciting. What is it? It's the name of the event.
Women. Well, it's
I know. We're having a brain fart right now. Sandy, don't smack us.
It's with the group Women with Voices.
Yeah, and
it's their
it's the second annual.
Yes, it's a
See,
it's
Sandy,
a summit.
we suck. We're the worst. Okay, but anyways, it's amazing. It's this weekend. We will post a little doodad about it. And,
What's your why?
What she wants to know.
Yeah.
She basically wants women with voices to have voices and to stand up and have a platform, and which is really, really cool. So. So we're doing that together this weekend, so I'm excited about
that'll
that.
be fun.
So this will launch, and then we could talk about it this weekend and all the fun things. So we love you guys. We appreciate all your support, and we can't wait to see you this weekend and on Hump Day. And come check her out. We appreciate it.